Hi, this is Derek again. We're back for video number 4, and today we're going to be talking about care and maintenance of the snare drum and also your stuff as a percussionist. As you get more experience playing and being a percussionist, you'll gather more things. So the best thing, first of all, is to have your area, if you're back in the classroom and you're in your section, having your sticks organized like I have in a bag or on a shelf or something. Keep them near your instruments. You have a nice organized music stand with music. But we're going to talk in more detail about how to clean and maintain the snare drum, okay, and the instrument itself. Nowadays, most snare drum heads are made of plastic or mylar. It's a type of plastic. So if ever there's some gunk on it or it gets dusty, just wipe it off with a paper towel or some tissue. And if there is some gunk that's on there, because they do get pretty, they get dark after a while, after if moisture in the air attracts dust, it gets stuck there. Wipe it off with a little moist towel, paper towel, and you can clean the drum that way. It's good to keep the dust off because if there's dust stuck on the drum and random gunk, it can affect the sound of the drum, and you don't want that down the long run. So make sure you keep the drum clean. After you're done wiping it, dry it off, and it should be fine. You shouldn't need to do that too often unless you're touching it up after eating lunch. Don't do that. Wash your hands before you play music. And wash your hands all the time. It's good for your health. So, when you are moving the drum around, I recommend taking it off the stand, okay? I'll show you my stand too, since we're talking about this now. Take it off the stand, move the drum, come back, grab the stand, and then put the drum back on. Okay? And when you put the stand or the drum back on the stand, tighten it up. There's a knob here on the bottom that locks the drum in place so it doesn't fall off or fall when you're playing and moving around a little bit. When you are putting it back on the stand, don't jam it on there, okay? The bottom head, the resonant head, is a lot thinner than the batter head, the plastic down here. So if you miss, and sometimes drum stands don't have a rubber holder here, if you miss and you jam it onto these holders, you could poke a hole in the head, and that's not good, okay? They're not super expensive, but they're not cheap either to replace, and it's a little bit of a pain to replace them if you don't know what you're doing. So don't cause your teacher that angst. Don't jam your drum back on the stand. Don't hurt it. This is your instrument. This is your baby. This is my baby. So I treat it very nicely. I remember telling you in the first video, remember the pencil circle thing? Remember, if you need that help, ask your teacher first. And when you are done, make sure you erase it really nicely. Otherwise, though, do not do anything else and write anything else on the drum. Okay? That little pencil circle is only there for you to help. This isn't a surface for you to doodle on. Don't write with anything else or write anything else on the drum. Usually, if you need to transport the drum longer distances, we put it in a drum case and a cloth bag or a box. And that way it doesn't roll around and bash around when you're moving it. And that protects it from being safe. Now, some good things to remember, especially if you're back in the classroom. This is an instrument, okay? It's not a toy. You don't want to let your friends try it out and give it a whack. Because like I said, these heads, they can break if you hit them wrong. So if you get a stick and you poke it, you could poke a hole in the head and that makes the drum useless. So only play with the proper stick and only play if you're a percussionist. Don't let your friends try out the drum or mess around or use it as a table or something. That's not what this is for. When you're done with the drum, every time you're done playing, usually in the classroom, you can leave it where it is, where it's standing. It'll be fine where it is. Some people they put a cloth over it to protect it from dust. If you are worried about that, you can do that. But usually the dust, if you clean it once in a while, it's okay. Or you can take the drum off, put it away completely, put the drum flat on a shelf, and put the stand away on a shelf as well. Treat your instrument with respect, right? Don't knock into it, don't push it over, don't bump around. All these little bits and pieces, the lugs, they are pretty delicate because they're meant to pull down. They're not meant to be bashed in from the side. Okay, so they can be damaged, and if you mess with the screws and they are kind of bent, then they won't turn anymore and you won't be able to tune it. Okay? Now, since we're talking about tuning, this is the drum key I showed you in video number 1. This drum key is what we use to tune each of these drum heads. Okay? You can find, if you get to that point where you are messing with the tuning, again, ask your teacher first if you're going to do that. Some important things to remember. I like to tune the resonant head first and then the batter head. And when we tune the drum, let's say you just put on a new head or it's getting kind of out of tune, it sounds a little bit weird. Once everything is loose and you put all the lugs back in, you finger tighten each one, and then you tighten each lug in a star pattern. So let's say I start with this one right here, closest to my right hand. I would turn this once, then I would move to this one once, and then I would come back and then draw this star pattern. Okay, moving one to the next, and then I'm back here. So I don't have, and then I stop here. Okay, you keep doing that until your drum is in tune. You probably won't need to do that too often, as your teacher would probably be the one that's doing that. So don't worry, but if you are doing that, watch a couple more YouTube videos on how to tune a snare drum. A lot of them are out there, and a lot of them go in super detail on what to do, so I'm not going to really get into it. Otherwise, same thing with all your other instruments. If you're back in the percussion section, keep all your other instruments covered and organized. This thing here, it's not a table. All your other instruments in the percussion section, they're not a table either. So you want to make sure they are treated with respect and maintained nicely and repaired or tuned or what have you regularly. So thanks for watching these videos, and good luck with your musical journey and your musical journey as a percussionist. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.